Casey, how's my hair? Is it okay? Yeah, good. Hello, my name's Sham, like Shamanaka no Shamu, and I'm recording here from Green Square in Komai, Tokyo. Green Square is an Eikaiwa cafe where you can sit back, relax, and learn English in a calm, relaxing environment with very friendly, professional teachers. Please check out the website, www.greensquare.jp, for all our other podcasts and articles, and please follow us on social media: Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all of those. Now, speaking of Twitter, today I wanted to talk about Twitter and social media. I had wanted to record this for a long time, and I did record a podcast about this morning, but the sound was not very good. So I use Twitter for Green Square. I do use Twitter for Green Square, but it's not my favorite thing ever. I had wanted to record a podcast about this a long time ago, before everything that's happening now with Elon Musk and everything. So did you give a plate? Saucer. The green, no, that's, yeah. I had wanted to record this podcast for a long time, before everything that's been happening recently, before Lord Voldemort's takeover of Twitter. Yes, I just called Elon Musk Lord Voldemort. Before Sauron's takeover of Twitter, I wanted to make a podcast about it. Now, I use Twitter for Green Square to share English lessons and English content, and for good, curated English content. But I don't really like Twitter very much, and I'll tell you why. I think Twitter is a very, very angry place. A lot of people are very angry on Twitter. And it can be something as simple as complimenting a movie or a video game. There are a lot of other people who will disagree with you and attack you just for having an opinion. It should be a place where you can listen to other people's opinions and respond and give your opinions and have a good conversation. But instead, it's just a place where people give their opinions and then attack other people's opinions. It's not a place for good, constructive conversations. It's very destructive conversations. There's a lot of racism, misogyny, attacking like different people, and like how you look. For example, if someone who is a little bit overweight posts something that says, "Oh, I'm proud of how I look," there are a lot of people who will attack that person, and it gives rise to people like Jordan Peterson, who makes a lot of good points, but also feeds that kind of cycle of hatred, I think. And if he sees this video, I hope he doesn't cry about it. I mean, it's 100% okay to cry about it. What I mean is, I hope he doesn't get offended. I do think that in his defense of people who oftentimes don't have anyone defending them, he kind of leans too much into their narrative. What I mean is, he defends them too much and ends up attacking people who don't warrant attack. So it kind of gives rise to this hatred, and it kind of started with Donald Trump. When he became president, he would say a lot of bad things, a lot of things which are not okay to say about Muslims, about women, about Mexicans, about grabbing women in various places, which is not okay to do. Yeah, and that led to a rise in racism and misogyny in general. I mean, people around the world became more racist, but I don't think it was about being more racist. They just basically were able to voice their real opinions. Before, they kept it secret, and the reason they kept it secret is because they know these opinions are maybe bad, racist, misogynistic, whatever it is. But then they can voice these opinions, and I don't think that's good. The other thing is that through social media, through Facebook, through Twitter, there's a lot of misinformation, and people who consume this misinformation and then spread these lies to other people, it has a really, really bad effect. Oftentimes the algorithm for these social media content, these social media platforms, they often feed you content which will make you write a comment or click a retweet button or a like button. The problem is that we as human beings in general, well, the people who react and comment on these things only do so when they disagree or when they hate this news, when they hate these things. So what happens is, if you are right-wing, a right-wing media platform will show you all these things that maybe you really don't like. Oh, immigrants are coming to this country, and Europeans are taking over the UK, and they're claiming money from the government, and they're not working, and they're all pretty much lies. They're lies. I don't care if you think they're the truth, they're lies. Basically, they're lies. But there's always some kind of picture that can be photoshopped to show that, oh, this is actually the truth. And so it feeds into this cycle of hatred. And the same with the left. Oh, the right wing are doing this. They're banning books, and they're banning critical race theory, and they believe they're not racist, and racism does not exist, and la 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 la. It all feeds into this narrative where people just get angrier and angrier. So that's the reason I don't like Twitter. It's just a very angry and hateful place to be. It could be very good. It could be a good place to have good, constructive conversations. But it's not. People just hate each other, and they're just very angry. I think you should have to take a university course to use Twitter. How to be a nice person, basically. Now, the real reason I wanted to make this now as well is because Supreme Leader Musk, king of the world, apparently, he's bought Twitter, paid a lot of money for Twitter, and now he's firing up to 50% of the Twitter workforce. And there are some tweets from staff, one saying yesterday's reduction in force affected approximately 15% of our trust and safety organization, as opposed to approximately 50% cuts company-wide, with our frontline moderation staff experiencing the least impact. About 50% of the company was cut, and trust and safety has been cut by 15%. Another person, Ms. Singh, has said, yesterday was my last day at Twitter. The entire human rights team has been cut from the company. I'm enormously proud of the work we did to implement the UN guiding principles on business and human rights to protect those at risk in global conflicts and crises, including Ethiopia. So these people have been cut. 50% of the workforce has been cut. And revenue from Twitter has dropped. A lot of advertisers have left Twitter. That includes General Motors, General Mill, Pfizer, and Audi. They're not advertising on Twitter anymore because they believe Elon Musk will allow people to be more racist, more misogynistic, and more hateful. So before, Twitter was a very, very angry place. Now, people believe it's going to get angrier. And of course, Elon Musk has said that's not the case. He has tweeted, Twitter has had a massive drop in revenue due to activist groups pressuring advertisers, even though nothing has changed with content moderation, and we did everything we could to appease the activists. Extremely messed up. They're trying to destroy free speech in America. Now, I think Supreme Leader Musk is wrong. I think advertisers believe it's going to become a more racist place. And even after his Twitter takeover was announced, racism and hate speech increased by an alarming rate on Twitter. So it kind of justifies this decision. As for content moderation, he said, nothing has changed, but you've cut a lot of your workforce. How are you supposed to effectively moderate content on Twitter if you've cut your workforce? Those are the concerns. Now, I don't dislike Elon Musk. I have a Tesla, and I know he is not responsible for Tesla. His money did quite a lot, but he didn't design anything. He just pumped a whole bunch of money into it. I don't have anything against Elon Musk as a person. I do think he's crazy. He's a bit mental. But when you're the richest man in the world, you must be a bit crazy. The thing I don't like is how so many people see him as like a god. For what reason, I have no idea. But as soon as he says something is going to happen, oh my God, everyone invest in McDonald's. People will invest in McDonald's. I don't know if he's the best person to regulate or to be in charge of an online Twitter platform for having these conversations, especially since he also attacks people for no reason. Which leads me to the last thing. 50% of the workforce of Twitter allegedly has been fired, has been let go. And I'm very, very sorry if you were one of them. I'm not that sorry because there are a lot of other poor people who have never had jobs and are on the streets and stuff. But I am sorry because you have families to provide for, mortgages to pay, debts to pay. I'm very sorry. What I hope is going to happen next is, because there's no other place to go, Twitter, what do? Do you go to Truth and team up with Donald Trump? No, thank you. The only place you can go now is maybe if the 50% that lost their jobs come together and make your own platform. Twitter was a burning house. It was difficult to put out the fires and rebuild that house. You can start from the foundations now, and you can build a platform which actually encourages people to have civil conversations, good quality, polite, and well-informed conversations. And you can do that from the beginning. You can make your own platform which is better than Twitter, better than Facebook, better than Truth. Because yes, free speech is important, but attacking people harms free speech more than moderating against hate speech. If someone is a victim of hate speech, they'll be more reluctant to post on Twitter. And so that affects free speech more than telling people to be civil. So that's what I want to talk about today. what do you think? Do you think the people who have lost their jobs should make their own social media platform? Please answer in the comment section below, or if you're on Twitter and Elon Musk has changed something, leave your comments to the left or to the right or up or northeast or southeast or wherever you have to leave comments now. I'm guessing he's going to change something. Maybe you have to buy a Tesla and leave a comment there. Please leave a comment and head on over to the website and check out our other podcasts and leave an ine or a like. And I'll see you in the next one.